Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeast Nebraska. Bright sunshine today with daytime highs approaching 90. Lows level off around 68 tonight. Mainly sunny skies tomorrow. High temperatures reach up to 90. Bright sunshine and dry Friday and Saturday. Mid-90s Friday, upper 90s by Saturday. I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Right now, it's 82 degrees.
Mid-America Network News. Authorities in southeast Kansas have arrested a 42-year-old man for attempting child trafficking and other sex crimes involving a child. Crawford County court records show that Cristobal Lopez of Monette, Missouri, was charged yesterday with attempted human trafficking, electronic solicitation of a child, attempted commercial sexual exploitation of a child, and use of communication facility to commit a felony. The criminal complaint states that Lopez was communicating with an undercover Crawford County detective whom he thought was a 15-year-old girl. The city of Topeka will pause any forward movement on data centers within the city for the next year. The Topeka City Council voted to approve a moratorium on data center development at last night's meeting. This will give the city adequate time to study and review data center developments. I'm Stephanie Austin.
Throughout every community in Kansas, you find hardworking people who make our state better each day. They bring their best to everything they do, determined to reach their full potential and make life better not only for themselves, but for every citizen in Kansas. They are the soldiers of the Kansas Army National Guard. They proudly serve part-time in their local communities. Learn more about service with the Kansas Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/KS. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
3 educators from Northeast Kansas will serve as special ambassadors for a national program during the upcoming school year. The National Future Farmers of America announced that 88 people from 37 states will serve as national teacher ambassadors and mentors for the upcoming year. 3 of this year's ambassadors and mentors are from Northeast Kansas. Kim Clark from Royal Valley, Ashley Schultz from Junction City, and Laura Miller from Junction City. The U.S. House voted yesterday to make daylight savings time a permanent nationwide bipartisan move that pushes the country one step closer to ending the long-contested ritual of semi-annual clock changes. This has been tried before. In 1974, the U.S. briefly attempted to follow permanent daylight savings time. Some children lost their lives while walking to school in the dark. It's now up to the Senate. I'm Stephanie Austin.
Danes Automotive in Marysville and Waterville has always been your trusted and certified automotive repair shop. But did you know Danes carries tires? With every major brand and size from pickups, ATVs, trailers, and car tires, Danes has you covered. Don't wait until the old set gives out. Grab a new set along with balancing, alignments, and front-end work for any make and model. Find Danes Automotive in Marysville and Waterville online and give them a call to stay on the road, wherever it takes you.
Nebraska, Mid-America Network News. I'm Andy Hoosier. The Omaha Department of the Federal Bureau of Investigations is asking for the public's help across the state to help identify and support victims of sexual abuse in the northeastern portion of the state. KSNB Local Channel 4 reports that as of right now, details on the particular cases are limited. However, the FBI say the abuse may have happened at the Isanti Community School in Santee, Nebraska. According to the FBI and local law enforcement in the Omaha area, they say the investigation is still ongoing. And if you do have any information or believe someone that you know may have been victimized while at the Isanti Community School, you can call 402-493-8688 and give some information. In other news, an inmate with the Nebraska State Penitentiary that was serving time for assault and use of a deadly weapon has died after the Nebraska Department of Corrections said that 45-year-old Thomas Jones died on Sunday at a Lincoln hospital while he was serving 50 years out of Douglas County for first-degree assault. Mid-America Network News.
Hey guys, James Guerin here. It's that season again. Summertime is the time to keep your crop growing strong. What can you do to help the process? Stay tuned right here on the Mid-America Ag Network as we keep you updated on the crop progress all throughout the season. From the latest weather updates to quality updates across the Mid-America region and even the latest technology to help you on the farm, let the Mid-America Ag Network be your guide to a successful crop this year. And it's all right here on the Mid-America Ag Network.
Smart lights, smart locks, smart thermostats. You love your new connected technology. And the Consumer Technology Association wants to help you protect the security of your devices. First, don't use default or easy-to-guess passwords. Create unique ones and keep them safe. Next, look for and install security updates from device manufacturers. Also, have an active firewall for your home router. And consider using a professional installer to set up your new devices. Easy tips from the Consumer Technology Association to help keep your devices secure.
Reporting local news, I'm Bruce Dierking. Marysville City Council considered an update from CES engineers for a new animal shelter with estimated costs ranging some $300,000 to upwards of $400,000. Details were outlined by the architect contracted, and discussion following included concern with the city becoming a backstop for residents who may no longer want their dogs, and additional costs involved, including management, maintenance, and cleaning. No decisions were made, as the architect urged pushing forward with developing specifications which will allow reaching out for bids for various aspects of the project. A request for proposal for asphalt overlay of 3 blocks of broken concrete on Jenkins from 7th to 9th Streets was approved, which will go out for bids with estimated cost around $100,000, significantly less than a previous bid of $467,000 for concrete reconstruction with adding curb and gutter and ADA accommodation. It was determined the city could accomplish those tasks. It's expected that with maintenance, the overlay could last 10 years, which prompted addition of a clause asking for a 1-year warranty on the work. Another RFP was approved, which would solicit bids for development of a city-owned green space on Broadway between the Health Department and the Pony Express statue. The proposal is designed in 2 phases, which will allow council to see specifics in the second phase with a right to accept or reject. Mayor Todd Fry shared a letter of concern with development of data centers locally, with council consensus to forward the letter to Marshall County Commissioners. Under committee reports, Administration and Finance has discussed a vacant building fee, and the Street Committee continues work on a long-term street maintenance plan. 9 applicants were approved at the mayor's suggestion to serve through the end of May on the Youth Advisory Committee. A settlement of the 2022 pipeline rupture and oil spill on Mill Creek in Washington County was announced last week, as the EPA and state of Kansas determined some $40 million would include a civil penalty, more than $26 million to be paid by the pipeline operator, as well as work to prevent similar future discharges, and some $3 million to the state toward natural resource restoration projects to resolve violation of state laws. Nearly 13,000 barrels of oil leaked from the incident, which was the largest ever on the Keystone system. Crude oil an inch thick covered Mill Creek bank to bank for 3.5 miles downstream. Kansas Department of Health and Environment issued a stream advisory to prohibit contact by people, livestock, or pets. Oil residue was found in 35 acres surrounding the discharge. The spill killed or impacted more than 2,700 animals. Valley Road southwest of Frankfort will be closed Thursday and Friday this week for a bridge inspection. Drivers should plan an alternate route. There will be no through traffic. Early voting for the August 4th primary election begins Wednesday. Voting can be done 8 to 5 Monday through Friday during the early voting window at county clerk's offices. Early voting at the courthouse closes at noon Monday, August 3rd. Polls for the primary will be open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday, August 4th. In Republican primaries, Chris Denner challenges John Unger for Marshall County Commissioner 1st District, while Lee Heenick challenges Scott Zemokransky for Washington County Commissioner. A number of township committee positions on the ballot, as well as a statewide question regarding selection of Kansas Supreme Court judges. A reminder for Marshall County voters, the polling location in Marysville will move to Venue 36 for those previously voting at the Marysville American Legion. A candidate forum is planned Thursday evening with 1st District Marshall County Commissioner candidates, incumbent John Unger and challenger Chris Denner. This is open to the public 6:30 p.m. Thursday at the Marysville City Building, co-sponsored by KNDY and the Marysville Advocate. Washington County Fair continues this week.
Wednesday, July 15th at the fairgrounds, 8 a.m. open class check-in and 8 a.m. open 4-H horse show at the arena, and 9 a.m. the 4-H consulting judging. 9:30 open class clothing, textiles, hobbies, and crafts and photography judging. 1 p.m. Cloverbud judging at the Rock Barn, and 2 p.m. the pet show under the big tent by the horse stalls, and then followed by 7 p.m. swine show.
Okay, we have Vacation Bible School from 9 to noon, swimming lessons at 3, baseball game at 6. I need to add in travel time and get lunches packed.
Mom, my uniform needs wash and tennis camp's at 2.
Your kid's summer schedules may be unpredictable, but with the Blue Valley Technologies fiber internet, your connection doesn't have to be. Sign up for our outdoor Wi-Fi today and get free installation. Find more details at bluevalley.net/outdoor.
Jane A. Sidlacek, age 78, of Frankfort, passed away Saturday. Graveside service Thursday, 10 a.m. from St. Gregory's Catholic Cemetery in Marysville, with a rosary Wednesday evening at 7 at the Annunciation Catholic Church in Frankfort. Patton Funeral Chapel in charge of arrangements for Jane Sidlacek. Ron L. Schellberg, age 79, of Home, passed away July 2nd. Private family burial was held at the Home Cemetery with Kinsley's in charge of arrangements for Ron Schellberg.
Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeast Nebraska. Sunshine today with our highs in the upper 80s and lower 90s, then staying mostly clear overnight tonight with our lows in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Sunshine into Thursday as well with our highs in the lower 90s, south winds around 5 miles per hour, and mostly clear skies over Thursday night with our lows in the mid to upper 70s. South winds between 5 and 10. Temperatures warming up even more into Friday, some sunshine with our highs in the mid to upper 90s, and mostly clear skies throughout Friday night with our lows in the mid to upper 70s. Sunshine on Saturday with our highs in the mid to upper 90s, then staying mostly clear over Saturday night with our lows in the lower to mid 70s. Sunshine into Sunday with our highs in the upper 90s and lower 100s, then mostly clear skies throughout Sunday night with our lows in the upper 70s and lower 80s. More sunshine and still warmer as we head into Monday with our highs in the upper 90s and lower 100s, then partly cloudy skies throughout Monday night with our lows in the mid to upper 70s. There will be a slight chance for some scattered showers throughout Tuesday, otherwise sunny with our highs in the mid to upper 90s. I'm meteorologist Kara Foster.
Average high temperature, mid-July 90, record high on this date 112. The average low 67, the record low 48. Sunset this evening 8:55, sunrise in the morning 6:11.
Hot dog purists want nothing to do with it, but the peanut butter dog has gone viral with some surprising reactions. We'll share those today on the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report.
You don't have to be a farmer or rancher to be a Farm Bureau member in Kansas. No matter if you live on a farm or in the city, your Farm Bureau membership is packed with value. Save on new zero-turn mowers from Grasshopper. Enjoy discounts on premium motor coach tours with Village Travel. And enjoy significant savings on medical health coverage with Kansas Farm Bureau health plans. Not a member? Join today at www.kfb.org. No matter where in Kansas you call home, your Farm Bureau membership saves you money. Members get exclusive savings on quality post-frame buildings with QSI. Save up to 20% on durable workwear apparel with Key Apparel. And join the Kansans saving on quality nationwide health coverage with Kansas Farm Bureau health plans. Explore these and more member benefits available with your Farm Bureau membership. Learn more at www.kfb.org.
With more practical tips and useful advice, this is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report for Wednesday, July 15th, the 196th day of the year. Actor Scott Foley celebrates a birthday, and the social networking site Twitter, now X, was launched on this day 20 years ago. July is National Hot Dog Month, and today is officially Hot Dog Day. Of course, we can't let either of those pass without mentioning a hot trend in hot dog embellishment, and that is peanut butter. Sounds hard to swallow, but reactions from those who've tried it are generally positive. Most reviewers note how the nutty, roasted, salty flavors complement the meat. Others say it adds a surprising smoothness and cohesiveness to the ingredients. Suggested garnishments to make your peanut butter hot dog complete are bacon, onions, and shredded cheddar, to name a few. That's the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report. Learn more at almanac.com.
Hello, I'm Chris Denner. After more than 30 years of serving Marshall County, providing strong leadership with results, I'm running for County Commissioner. I believe that together we can strengthen agriculture and local business, invest in roads and infrastructure, expand housing opportunities, protect your taxpayer dollars through responsible stewardship, and bring our communities together. Again, I'm Chris Denner, and I'd be honored to earn your vote August 4th so we can build an even stronger Marshall County together.
Paid for by Chris Denner from Marshall County Commissioner.
KNDY.
Kansas Mid-America Network Sports. I'm Andy Hoosier. Well, it's been a big week for Travis Kelce, not only getting married in Madison Square Garden in New York City to Taylor Swift, but also being ranked now again for the 11th consecutive year to be landing on the NFL's top 100 players list. KSNT News reports, according to the report that came out for this year, Kansas City Chiefs star tight end landed at number 79 for the league's list, moving down from last year's ranking of number 37. Overall, for the past 20, 25, and 26 NFL season, Kelce played 17 games where he recorded 76 receptions for 851 yards, averaging 11.2 yards per catch, and along with 5 touchdowns. He also reached over 13,000 career receiving yards last season, making him the third tight end to reach that milestone. Travis Kelce says as of right now, he does not have any plans of retiring, and he is set to take the field for the season opener with the Kansas City Chiefs starting on September 14th against the Denver Broncos. All eyes are also on Patrick Mahomes in returning after his injury at the end of last season. Mid-America Network Sports.
Burwell Construction has been a trusted name in the roofing business as a local company. Whether you're still trying to get a new roof from storms or have general wear and tear, call Burwell Construction at 316-794-3430. Burwell Construction will evaluate your roof and work with you from start to finish, even help with any insurance claims. Join the thousands of others and trust your next roof to Burwell Construction. 316-794-3430 or burwellconstruction.com.
Burwell, it's Burwell. Burwell Construction. Fox Sports. Fox Kansas is Wichita's home for exciting live sports action. Tuesday, baseball's biggest stars meet in the 2026 MLB All-Star Game at 7. Then on Saturday, the FIFA World Cup bronze final takes center stage at 3 p.m. before baseball's biggest rivalry as the Dodgers battle the Yankees at 7. And on Sunday, catch summertime hoops as the basketball tournament alumni semifinal tips off at 1. Fox Sports. Fox Kansas. Channel 24. Cox Cable Channel 4.
Kansas City Royals baseball may be struggling throughout the season, sitting at the bottom of their division right now. However, they do have one of the hottest players in the MLB, as according to the latest nationwide rankings, infielder Tyler Tolbert has tied the MLB record for consecutive hits with 12 right now, tying Jose Miranda back in 2024, Walt Dropo in 1952, and Pinky Higgins back in 1938. He's also set the expansion era record for hits in consecutive plate appearances with 12. Tolbert's done that after going 5-6 against the New York Mets last week, where he had an RBI double and a 2-run home run. He got the record-tying hit on the infield single to load up the bases in the 7th inning. The streak, however, did end in the 9th inning against the Mets after flying out into right field, receiving a standing ovation from his teammates as he walked back to the dugout. With the record-breaking streak, it did help the Kansas City Royals offense, giving them more than 40 hits and 15 runs over the past 2 games during that series, where Tolbert's batting average has also gone up 100 points over the past 2 games, hitting now at a .396. Mid-America Network Sports.
Marysville American Legion Post 163 Senior Legion baseball team opens postseason play Thursday evening with a 14-5 record. Marysville is second seed among 12 teams in the double elimination Class B state tournament. Hiawatha is top seed at 15-4 and will host the finals. A play-in game Thursday with Corning and Seneca will determine Marysville's opponent for the 7:30 game Thursday evening at Seneca. With a win, Marysville would play again Friday evening in Donovan County, with Saturday and Sunday games then moving to Hiawatha.
KNDY's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at KNDY in Marysville.
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, You're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
You've got the car packed, the pets at the kennel, and your kids are ready to go. But what are you going to do with all those beautiful containers? Hi, I'm Melinda Myers, horticulturist and gardening expert. Here are a few tricks that can help. Move your containers to a shady spot. This will slow down the moisture loss, so your plant sitter needs to make fewer visits. It also increases the odds that your plants will survive. Invest in a simple drip irrigation system and timer. More and more affordable products are on the market these days. These systems can also save you time when you are at home caring for your plants. Or make your own self-watering system with a 5-gallon bucket and strips of absorbent material to serve as wicks. Place the bucket amongst your containers. Run the fabric wick from the 5-gallon bucket into the soil of your container. As the soil dries, the water will move from the bucket of water into the container to moisten the soil. Test out the system, purchased or homemade, before you leave for vacation. You want to make sure everything is in place and working. Check out our website for this and other gardening tips.
June 14th, 1777 was an important date in American history because of a short resolution that was passed that impacts life today. What was that noteworthy mandate? The story is next on the American Countryside. It's time to take your fields to the next level. Farm Journal has a great lineup for you at Yield Academy 2026. Join us August 20th in Rochester, Minnesota to gain practical, hands-on information and advice to make the most of your crop production. Farm Journal agronomists Ken Berry and Missy Bauer will be there to help you unlock more out of every acre. Make a plan to join us and then stick around for the crop tour finale. Register today at farmjournalyieldacademy.com.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, and more than a host, I'm a journalist, a wife, and a mom of two, raising a family in the heart of rural America. I understand the issues facing agriculture today because I live it every day. I see firsthand how farming and ranching isn't just a job, it's a way of life. Covering America's most important industry is what we do, and it's why U.S. Farm Report has been on the air for nearly 50 years. I invite you to join us every weekend for U.S. Farm Report, a timely, trusted tradition.
When the Continental Congress passed a resolution on June 14, 1777, the noteworthy mandate was proposed by one of the committees whose work still impacts us today.
Francis Hopkinson was on that committee, and the flag resolution said the flag of the United States shall be 13 alternating red and white stripes, with 13 stars white on the field of blue, representing a new constellation.
Robert Williamson is the curator of the House of Flags in Columbus, North Carolina. Robert shares the story behind that first flag.
Where did the first flag come from? Well, Francis Hopkinson more than likely made the first flag because he submitted invoices to Congress for the materials to make the flag.
It was the War of 1812, though, before the Star-Spangled Banner was written by Francis Scott Key, who was held on board a British ship outside of Fort McHenry.
Looked out there after 27 hours of thunder and lightning bombardment of Fort McHenry in Baltimore Harbor, he saw that our flag was still there. And that flag is the Star-Spangled Banner. 15 stars and 15 stripes.
The flag was unique in American history.
It's the only flag in our history that has more than 13 stripes. And that was our flag from 1795 to 1818. So Kentucky and Vermont joined the first 13. They had 2 more stars and 2 more stripes.
So how did we go from 15 stars and stripes to the version of the flag we have today?
In 1818, 5 more states joined. So they decided, let's go back to 13 stripes representing the 13 colonies that became 13 states, and we'll add a star for every new state on July 4th after they joined.
The story of the establishment of the flag of the United States is just one of the many interesting stories told here at the House of Flags. Traveling the countryside in Columbus, North Carolina, I'm Andrew McCrae.
Producers and pet owners generate medical waste when they treat their animals. Hi, I'm Jody Henke. Proper disposal makes sure you don't hurt yourself or the environment as you're living the country life.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic and from previous shows by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com. We'll return to the show after these messages.
After weeks of early mornings, long days, and jobs that don't wait, here's the bottom line. Honda's all-new Pioneer 1000 lineup is built for all of it. New 3- and 5-seat deluxe models are here now, and a sealed cab elite is coming soon. With 999cc power and premium features like throttle-by-wire, cruise control, and optional sealed cab, it's built to make work easy and play hard. Find the perfect new Honda Pioneer 1000 for you at powersports.honda.com.
Interact with Successful Farming on social media. Like us on Facebook at Successful Farming USA and follow us on X at Successful Farm for tips, ideas, timely news, and information from our editors. Find us on Instagram at successful_farming and love the latest photo or video. And take a look behind the scenes with our editors on TikTok at successful_farming.
Animals occasionally need vaccines, ointments, and other medications to keep them healthy. Many livestock owners will administer these themselves, and that leads to medical waste around the farm that needs to be properly disposed of so nobody gets hurt. Larry Hawkins is a veterinarian with Bayer Healthcare. He says the biggest hazard is the scalpel blades and syringe needles. To avoid injuring yourself or others, they should carefully be discarded into what's called a sharps container.
Sharps containers often have tools on the top of them to cut a needle off, or a different tool to detach a needle from a syringe. And the point is, if you use these Sharps containers, you don't need to recap the needle. Most injuries that happen to the person given the injections occur when that person is trying to put the cap back on the needle and they miss and stick themselves.
Empty or partially empty drug containers should be handled properly to reduce the risk of environmental contamination. Some items can be flushed in the toilet. Others have more stringent requirements.
There are regulations concerning the disposal of Sharps and the containers of chemicals or pharmaceuticals, so read the label and follow the directions for a specific product. Often pesticide containers can't go to a sanitary landfill without the landfill's knowledge that they're coming.
Some communities hold collection events where you can drop off unwanted pharmaceuticals or pesticides for disposal. Medical waste, such as bandages and gloves, can be put into a leak-proof bag and then tossed in with the rest of your trash. Learn more about disposing farm medical waste at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.
In a world pulling families in every direction, where can you find a place that strengthens your home instead of competing with it? At St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Waterville, we believe church should help families grow together. You'll hear practical, Bible-centered teaching, build real friendships, and find support as you help your children develop strong morals and a lasting faith in Jesus Christ. Our professionally staffed nursery provides loving care for little ones during worship, and Children's Church gives older kids an engaging, child-friendly way to learn the Bible message of the day. I'm Pastor David Thompson, and I invite you to check us out this Sunday morning at 10:45 a.m. St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Waterville. It's worth the drive for a church that is alive. Or check us out on Facebook.
When it comes to giving, we should be careful with the phrase testing God. Hi, I'm Rob West with your Faith and Finance Minute. Malachi 3 is often quoted as though God promises every believer financial increase if they give. But Malachi was written to Israel under the Mosaic covenant, where tithes supported temple worship, the Levites, festivals, and the poor. So when God says, "Put me to the test," he is calling his covenant people back to faithfulness, not giving Christians a formula for guaranteed financial return. Yes, Christians should give generously, worshipfully, and sacrificially, but we don't give to make God bless us with more money. We give because God has already given himself to us in Christ. Biblical stewardship is not testing God, it's trusting God. We can help you learn to manage your money according to biblical principles when you download the free FaithFi app. You'll find it on our website at faithfi.com.
Looking for a place to call home without breaking the bank? Come live stress-free with the Waterville Housing Authority. Income-based 1 and 2 bedroom apartments that fit your budget at any age, and no maintenance worries with small town living at its best. Openings available immediately. Contact Lisa at 785-363-2239. Apply today and discover why so many love calling the Waterville Housing Authority home.
KNDY.
So far, the New World screwworm situation is under control. Stay tuned for Farm to Fork.
Hey there, it's Mike Rowe, and if you're out there getting dirty, do me a favor and remember to call or click 811 before you dig. And when I say dig, I refer to any activity requiring boring, tilling, drilling, probing, reaming, plowing, drudging, or even scoping. Anything that causes you to roll up your sleeves a little and dig in requires you to first connect with 811 so that you can avoid all those buried pipes, wires, and cables underground. To sum up, call or click 811 before you dig and visit safeexcavator.com for more information.
Unless your farm caters to agro-tourists, you should be careful about hosting visitors who are not used to being around livestock or machinery. It poses a safety risk to them and a liability issue for you if your insurance doesn't cover persons outside of the farming operation. Farm safety and health is everyone's business. This reminder is brought to you by Farm to Fork through the generous support of listeners like you across the country. Learn how you can help at NorthshoreProductions.com. The parasitic livestock pest New World screwworm has appeared in the U.S. for the first time in 60 years, but only in isolated cases so far. Oklahoma State University Extension livestock marketing specialist Daryl Peel.
Broadly speaking, there's not a lot of big market impacts. That's the good news, but there's certainly a lot of impacts for the folks that are directly affected and everybody around that area. Beef consumers should have absolutely no concerns about this. This is not an animal disease, an infectious disease. It's a pest. It affects specific animals, doesn't affect meat. Even infected animals, if they're treated early and recover, their meat's fine. Other animals are not impacted.
Peel says the pest is still going to be trouble for affected beef producers.
The bad news part of this, of course, is producers that are affected, the regions that are affected, are going to face a lot of costs and management headaches. There's going to be a lot of costs to monitoring and treating animals and staying ahead of this thing.
Peel says the market impact has been limited so far.
The market was almost relieved just to get it over with, but we have to deal with it now, so that still lies ahead of us.
My thanks to OSU's Sunup television program for use of the clips. That's Farm to Fork. I'm Daryl Anderson.
Ag News from the Mid-America Ag Network. I'm James Guerin. As the highly variable Kansas wheat harvest officially wraps up across the state, local growers are leaving the fields with something just as valuable as the grain sitting in their trucks, a massive amount of precision harvest data. Agronomists at Kansas State University emphasize that this post-harvest window is the absolute prime time for producers to translate their raw yield maps into a highly profitable action plan for the upcoming planting seasons. According to K-State Precision Agriculture Specialist Deepak Joshi, modern yield monitors tell a story that goes far beyond simple bushels per acre. When analyzed correctly, this harvest data pinpoints highly specific zone-by-zone performance, exposing hidden drainage issues, nutrient deficiencies, and localized soil variations. Dr. Joshi's applied research at the Flickner Innovation Farm in McPherson County focuses on feeding this exact field data into artificial intelligence models to build highly accurate variable rate prescription maps. By pairing these AI-driven yield maps with emerging technologies like commercial agricultural drones, growers can begin micromanaging their inputs on an incredibly precise scale. Instead of treating an entire 80-acre tract with a blanket chemical or fertilizer application, producers are increasingly utilizing drones to execute targeted variable rate aerial spraying. This agentic approach allows remote pilots to apply exact crop protection products only to the specific high weed pressure zones identified by their combine data. K-State experts highlight that this high-tech pairing not only slashes input cost and diesel fuel consumption, but also significantly reduces chemical runoff, helping farmers maximize their per-acre profit margins. As Kansas producers transition from combine cabs to office computers, the message from Manhattan is clear. Taking the time to thoroughly clean and study your raw yield data right now is the single best way to build a more efficient, tech-driven, and resilient farming operation for the years to come. Ag News from the Mid-America Ag Network. Life on the farm can be tough. Uncertainty in the weather, crop prices, trade deals, and so much more. How do you keep up with it all to make your farm successful? That's where we come in. Join me, James Guerin, with the Mid-America Ag Network with your hourly ag commodities, daily weather, soil moisture, and humidity reports. Let's keep up with the latest regional and national news affecting the ag markets. Let's work together in making your farm thrive. And it's all right here on the Mid-America Ag Network. Your best resource for groundwater exploration and production is Hydro Resources. With decades of experience, Hydro Resources is your go-to for drilling and servicing wells for any commercial or irrigation needs. With more than 15,000 wells drilled and counting, Hydro Resources is determined to help you with any of your groundwater construction service needs. Call today at 620-227-2389 or go online to hydroresources.com. Hydro Resources, your best resource for groundwater exploration.
Planning for the future includes accounting for the present. Crop insurance protection assures that your farming operation will withstand the variabilities of weather and potential disaster. Rely on the coverage that crop insurance provides, and rely on Linda Schmitz with Linda's Insurance Agency for the experience and personal service that she offers. Call today and update your crop insurance options. That's Linda's Insurance Agency, 1507 Broadway in Marysville.
It feels good to take a cool dip in the pond on a hot day. Pay attention to water quality conditions and use common sense as you swim on Successful Farming Radio.
Successful Farming Radio, providing information farmers need in the field, in the shop, and in the office. Committed to growing your business in agriculture.
After weeks of early mornings, long days, and jobs that don't wait, here's the bottom line. Honda's all-new Pioneer 1000 lineup is built for all of it. New 3- and 5-seat deluxe models are here now, and a sealed cab elite is coming soon. With 999cc power and premium features like throttle-by-wire, cruise control, and optional sealed cab, it's built to make work easy and play hard. Find the perfect new Honda Pioneer 1000 for you at powersports.honda.com.
Interact with Successful Farming on social media. Like us on Facebook at Successful Farming USA and follow us on X at Successful Farm for tips, ideas, timely news, and information from our editors. Find us on Instagram at successful_farming and love the latest photo or video. And take a look behind the scenes with our editors on TikTok at successful_farming.
When I was a teenager, my parents' best friends had a farm pond, and during the summer, our two families spent a lot of time together fishing and swimming. I stayed away from algae because I thought it was gross, but otherwise never thought about any health risks from the water. Bob Rose is a retired water quality specialist at the University of Missouri. He says pond water always has waterborne pathogens, but most of them aren't harmful. A source water survey can tell you a lot about the quality.
Looking at where the water is coming from, what it flows over before it gets into the pond, that's really about the best thing you can do. If the water runs through a feedlot and gets into the pond, then the chances are very good you'll have exceptionally high levels of bacteria, and you may want to check it. But most of the time, we know that you're going to be above what we would classify as a safe limit for a public beach for swimming.
Geese that call your pond home can add a lot of bacteria in the water. However, Brose says the sun will eventually kill much of the bacteria, so it doesn't stay suspended in the water for an extended period of time. If you see green or brown scum, an oily sheen, or floating dead fish, it's not a good idea to jump in. Most algae blooms aren't harmful to humans, but it's unpleasant to swim in. Brose says common sense is your best defense.
Can you get in water that's stagnant or water that's got algae in it? Yes, you can. But make sure that you don't drink that water. You don't swallow it. Make sure that you don't get in the water if you have an open wound or something that could easily get infected.
I'm Jody Henke. Learn more about pond water quality at agriculture.com.
For all your gas and service needs, it's OK Service Station in Hanover. You'll get fast, friendly, dependable service every time you visit. They have fuel available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Ask how you can get a gas card for 24-hour fueling at OK Service. They also handle tires, tire repair, exhaust work, and oil changes too. Stop by, say hi to the folks at OK Service in Hanover.
Spray drones are an emerging technology for applying pesticides or fertilizers. From Kansas State University, this is Agriculture Today. I'm Jeff Wickman. K-State Extension Agriculture Precision Specialist Deepak Joshi says that one thing to consider when using a spray drone in a cornfield is finding the right spray flight height.
If we spray too high from the crop canopy, there will be the drip tissue, like a spray droplet if it's a windy, it will go away out of the field, and so we'll have some other issue. And if we spray too close to the plant height, it will also create too much pressure. It will create an imbalanced spray and ununiform spray. So we have to find out the appropriate, perfect height that can fit well and can penetrate the droplet up to the bottom leaf as well. Not only the top leaf, but also up to the bottom leaf of the comic.
Joshi says many producers use spray drones because they can be used to apply pesticides or fertilizers in difficult terrain, and they provide immediate access to wet fields.
One of the benefits with a spray drone is, if you have a small area that is really not flat or it's too much change on the landscape, is too steepy, where a ground rig cannot go. It's difficult to travel with a ground rig. So on those areas, you can easily use the spray drone, actually, especially on the pasture and rangeland, where fields are really difficult terrain, difficult landscape, where a ground rig are difficult to take, actually. And also, like right after the rain, soil is muddy and wet. In that condition as well, it's difficult to bring the ground rig to spray. So on that condition, you can fly drone and just quickly spray as well. So there is no contact of the spray drone and the ground soil as well. So that's another benefit.
According to Joshi, other advantages of using spray drones include no crop damage to tall canopy crops, timely application because spray drones require minimal preparation, and targeted product application.
Target application is possible using the drone, and we can put the weed map on the drone and it will just focus those weedy patches, actually. So using target application, we can reduce the amount of input or herbicide application, and also it will reduce the amount of money we spend on the herbicide as well. So it's a very quick. And also, for example, like if you have a small area that you want to spray or like edge of the field, and on those areas, it's difficult to bring a whole big ground rig over there. So you can just use the spray drone quickly and spray those edges of the field or small area very, very easily, actually.
That was K-State Extension Agriculture Precision Specialist Deepak Joshi. The June 11th K-State Agronomy E-Update has an article by Joshi on the benefits and management considerations of spray drones. This has been Agriculture Today over the K-State Radio Network.
After Hours Feed Supply in Blue Rapids has added the ADM line of feed. If you need medicated feed, give them a call and they'll custom order for your needs. For chicken raisers, they also carry Egg Maker and Scratch Grains. Contact After Hours Feed Supply. Bob or Georgina Lindquist at Blue Rapids for details.
Market information from the Mid-America Ag Network. I'm James Garrett. Moving through a Wednesday as we get a little closer to the end of the trade day over in the grains market. We continue to have very high numbers across the board, and they are still climbing. So we'll see what happens in the final hour of the day. Over in the seeds market, it's been pretty much the same story over here with just a couple red numbers hanging out. And for the livestock, the cattle have struggled today as most of these numbers are still lower. And the hogs, they've been strong and remain all in the green. In the corn market, September corn up 9 cents at $4.47.5, and December up 8 3/4 at $4.69 1/4. Kansas City wheat for September up 43 cents at $7.21 even, and December up 42 1/4 at $7.34 3/4. In the oats market, September oats up 8 3/4 at $3.61 1/2, and December up 6 1/2 at $3.65 3/4. In the bean market, August beans up 7 1/2 at $12.00 1/4, and September up 9 1/4 at $11.90 1/2. Soybean meal for August up 40 cents at $3.1780, and September up $1.80 at $3.1680. Soybean oil for August up 48 cents at $72.88, and September up 35 cents at $72.01. In the canola market, November canola up 16.10 at $7.8950, and January up $15 at $7.9870. In the cotton market, December cotton up 99 cents at $81.86, and March up 99 cents at $83.22. Looking at the currencies for the first time today, the U.S. dollar index for September down 32 cents at 138, and December down 21 cents at 121. The euro for September is up to $1.14, and December is up as well at $1.15. And the Japanese yen for September is slightly higher at 61 cents, and December is unchanged at 62 cents. And looking at our afternoon stock market numbers, the S&P 500 remains little changed as chip stocks fall. Traders weigh inflation data. The Dow Jones currently up 55 points at 52,563. The S&P 500 up 10 points at 7,553, and the Nasdaq up 76 points at 26,183. Your best resource for groundwater exploration and production is Hydro Resources. With decades of experience, Hydro Resources is your go-to for drilling and servicing wells for any commercial or irrigation needs. With more than 15,000 wells drilled and counting, Hydro Resources is determined to help you with any of your groundwater construction service needs. Call today at 620-227-2389 or go online to hydroresources.com. Hydro Resources, your best resource for groundwater exploration and production.
It's time to stress less with more money in your pocket. United makes it easy for you to stay connected with family and friends and save while you're doing it with 3 months free. For a limited time, get 3 months free of mobile wireless or wireless internet service with United. Get high-speed connectivity, unlimited talk, text, and data, and more money in your pocket. When you choose United, you're supporting a member-owned cooperative, proudly connecting Southwest Kansas with coverage you can trust. Visit getunited.com/radio or stop by a United store to get your 3 months free today.
Kyle Service Center is looking forward to attending the Pawnee County Fair in Pawnee City. There will be a frog and turtle race, lots of 4-H exhibits to view, a car show, parade, and so much more to see and do. So grab the kids and spend a day of fun at the fair. From all of us at Kyle Service Center in Pawnee City.
From ABC News, Wall Street now. A day after the Labor Department released a consumer price index that suggested slowing inflation, the producer price index published today reflects a similar trend. Prices for all goods and services at the wholesale level fell 0.3% from May to June. That mild inflation report has stocks rising today. The Dow Jones went into the midday up by nearly 200 points. The S&P this morning gained 0.25%. The Nasdaq was up 0.4%. A couple of companies want to pay billions for PayPal. Reuters says payment company Stripe and private equity firm Advent International have teamed up on an offer that values PayPal at about $53 billion. Remember Pop Rocks? Now picture chicken wings. Put them together and you get the newest menu item at Buffalo Wild Wings. A powdered shakeable topping gives what the fast food chain calls a burst of ranch flavor followed by an audible pop and crackle with every bite. Jim Ryan, ABC.
This fair season, your friends at KNDY and Citizens National Bank in Greenleaf have your chance to win tickets to the Kansas State Fair. Stop by the KNDY booth at the Washington County and Marshall County Fairs this and next week to win State Fair general admission tickets, family packs, or your chance to see ACM-nominated country singer Russell Dickerson.
Don't know what happened tonight. Don't know what happened last week. Don't know what happened to her, but she about to happen to me.
Or legendary country voice Trace Atkins.
This ain't no thinking thing.
One entry per person, with winners announced July 27th. Celebrate all that makes Kansas great with your chance to win tickets to the Kansas State Fair. Stop by and say hi to your favorite country station, KNDY, at both the Washington and Marshall County Fairs this and next week. And keep that dial set to KNDY, as we'll have live interviews with area 4-H kids and fair participants from both fairs. From KNDY and Citizens National Bank in Greenleaf, win your way to the State Fair in Hutchinson. We'll see you out at the fair.
Another reason to make the Citizens National Bank your bank. With a century of experience, you know you can count on us for convenient banking and personal service from people you know and trust. With extended hours and online banking for all your financial needs. Another reason to make the Citizens National Bank your bank.
KNDY.
Show like a champion at any competition by stopping at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. Turbo fans to keep livestock cool, daily hair and skincare products, clippers, combs, brushes, blowers, and all of the show day supplies for that first place finish. Valley Vet also has show apparel and fashionable options for the showmaster in your family. For the most complete line of horse and livestock supplies and show apparel, visit Valley Vet Supply in Marysville or find them online at valleyvet.com.
Valley Vet Supply.
In your bustling lives, we're constantly on the move from hectic commutes to family outings. Blue Valley Insurance offers comprehensive auto coverage to keep you safe on every journey. Whether you're heading to work or driving your kids to practice, we've got you covered. Visit us at convenient locations in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, or Marysville for personalized auto insurance solutions tailored to your needs. Drive with peace of mind, knowing you're protected by Blue Valley Insurance.
Find out what sets Highland Community College apart. Students and parents, are you ready for the next step? Highland offers classes at affordable rates, close to home, and online. Enrollment is now open. Complete our application for admission at highlandcc.edu/apply. Need more information? Phone 785-442-6020 or visit highlandcc.edu. Highland Community College, close to home, far from debt. Activities this week at the annual Washington County Fair include Logan Mize performing live on stage Thursday evening. Friday, they'll feature a dodgeball tournament. Team entries are still open.
It will be Friday, July 17th at the Horse Arena in Washington at 8 p.m. Players do not need to bring anything, and the dodgeballs are provided. It's $25. They can register that night at the horse office by the arena.
Also new this year is a trivia night Saturday, capping off the Washington County Fair.
So we're going to be Saturday evening there on the east side, there on the tennis courts. I believe we're starting around 8 o'clock. And if you need anything, the Washington County Fair Facebook page has a flyer with more information. Teams, you can have teams of up to 8 team members, and it's going to be $50. We are going to probably limit to 15 teams just with space and kind of first time. We're kind of going to see how things work. I hate to say, if our arm gets twisted, we may add 1 or 2, but we're kind of going to have a team limit just to kind of see how things work this first year.
KNDY's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine CNH twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at KNDY in Marysville.
Cattle sales Thursdays at Marysville Livestock Incorporated. For upcoming consignment listings, go online to MarysvilleLivestock.com or call the sale barn if you're listing early consignments. Contact sale barn manager Jim Dollinghouse or any of their fieldmen. Marysville Livestock Incorporated, featuring cattle sales on Thursdays. For additional information and early consignments, go online to MarysvilleLivestock.com.
Show like a champion at any competition by stopping at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. Turbo fans to keep livestock cool, daily hair and skincare products, clippers, combs, brushes, blowers, and all of the show day supplies for that first place finish. Valley Vet also has show apparel and fashionable options for the showmaster in your family. For the most complete line of horse and livestock supplies and show apparel, visit Valley Vet Supply in Marysville or find them online at valleyvet.com.
Valley Vet Supply.
95.5 KNDY stands for you. Your country, your news, your station. KNDY FM, Marysville.